Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to this special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. It's that time of the week again to count down the 10 hottest cards of the week. But I got a surprise for you. We're also going to be counting down the 10 coldest cards of the week. In the first part of the video, we're going to look at the top 10 cold cards, but not top 10 across the board. We're going to be looking at cards that are all getting reprinted in Double Masters 2022. I really wanted to see the impact that the upcoming reprints are having on card prices today. The second half of the video is going to be just like we normally do on Wednesdays, top 10 across the board. Quickly before we get started though, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order Double Masters 2022 Draft as well as collector booster boxes there. Plus, they have a whole lot of other things on their website. Remember, if your order's over $100 or it consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. As promised, we're going to start off with the top 10 cold cards that are getting reprinted in Double Masters 2022. Keep in mind, though, when these master sets come out, typically once we know what cards are going to be in there, you see some price drops. But then the cards usually don't hit their lowest point until the product's already out and cards are opened and circulated a little bit. Although this is a unique time. Every set's different. Every card's going to be different. So my advice is if you want to pick up any copies of cards, just stay really close to the market in the coming weeks. This top 10 is based on the actual loss of value over the past week, taking into account all non-premium versions of the cards. Let's see what's at number 10. It is Conqueror's Flail. This is down $1.57 to $19. That is an 8% decrease. And this reprinting coming in Double Masters 2022 is the first time this card's been reprinted, and the first time you will be able to get it in foil. It is solid commander equipment found in a variety of decks, including Galea, Kindler of Hope. Number 9 is Seasoned Pyromancer. This is down $2.18 to $38.87. That's a 5% decrease. And this is another card getting its first ever reprinting in Double Masters 2022. This has been a great modern card since it came out, but it did see less play in the format when Lurrus of the Dream Den was there. Once that got banned, this quickly made a comeback. In Modern, you'll see this in Rakdos Midrange, Jund, and much more. It also gets a little commander play in a few different decks. Number 8 is another card being reprinted for the first time, and this also comes in foil for the first time. Allosaurus Shepherd. This is down $2.68 this week to $47.05. That is a 5% decrease. So this is in Legacy Elves. It's also in a number of commander builds, but most frequently you see this in Lathril Blade of the Elves decks. It is in some new Raga Draga Gorguts boss builds though too. Number 7 is Phyrexian Altar. The Ultimate Masters copy is down $2.44 to $79.99. That is a 3% decrease. The Invasion copy is down $2.99 to $84.99. That is also a 3% decrease. Great commander card and combo enabler found in a lot of builds there. This is also seeing increased commander play around some cards from Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, Merkle Lord of Bones, and Raphael Fiendish Savior. Number 6 is a card that's been reprinted a number of times, but it's coming back again and it's still expensive. Cavern of Souls. The Avacyn Restored copy is down $1.64 to $72.41 this week. That is a 2% decrease. The Ultimate Masters copy is down $2.01 to $75. That is a 3% decrease. The Modern Masters 2017 copy is down $2.65 to $74.99. That is also a 3% decrease. And the copy from the list is down $3.30 to $72.21. That is a 4% decrease. This wasn't in the list for a short time either. This was there from Kaldheim through Innistrad Crimson Vow. The reason this remains so expensive though is because this is a highly played land in many formats. In Modern, it's an Amulet Titan, Elementals, and much more. Legacy, it's in Doomsday, Goblins, and more there. Vintage, you'll see this in Mono White Aggro, Humans, and Goblins. Plus, it is a huge commander mana-based card. You'll see this in lots of decks, including the Ur-Dragon, and those builds are hot right now due to the Dragon support that just came from Commander Legends. Also, it's in new builds too, like Miram Sentinel Worm. Number 5 is Food Chain. The copy from the list is down $2.53 to $50.75. That is a 5% decrease. This was in the list from Zendikar Rising through Strixhaven. And the Mercadian Masks copy is down $3.74 to $54.34. That is a 6% decrease. This is one of the cards that is getting new art in Double Masters 2022, but it will be designated as a mythic rare in the set. This is a solid commander card and combo enabler in many builds, including Tiamat. Again, those decks are getting more play too because of the dragon support in Commander Legends. It is also a good upgrade to the Exit from Exile commander deck, and it's being used in fresh builds around some cards from there as well. One of which is the front-facing commander, Feldorn Dreadwolf Herald, and you're also seeing this in builds around Durnan of the Yawning Portal, along with the background Passionate Archaeologist. Number 4, Smothering Tithe. This is down 462 this week to 3568. That is an 11% decrease. Now, there were some exclusive premium printings of this that you could get at card shops that have the magic symbol on the card, but this is the first true reprinting that we've seen, and a lot of players were hoping this would be in the Double Masters 2022 set, simply because it is a very highly sought after and highly played commander card. You see this in many different builds there, including the Ur-Dragon and Tiamat. It's also seeing increased play in new builds like Merkle, Lord of Bones. Ultimately, though, if you're playing white in Commander, you probably want a copy of this card. And if you're playing red in Commander, you probably want a copy of this card. This is Dockside Extortionist coming in at number 3. It goes down 473 this week to 5867. That is a 7% decrease. This is being reprinted for the first time, also the first time you will be able to get it in foil, but it will be designated as a mythic rare in the set. Also, this is another card that's getting new artwork for all the variations in the set, including the base card. When it comes to gameplay, like I said earlier, this is found in tons of different commander builds, including Tiamat, also new builds like Miram Sentinel Worm. Again, a lot of commander players are happy to get another crack at this card. Number 2 is a card that's not just good in Commander, but good in a lot of formats. This is Force of Negation from Modern Horizons. It is down 509 to 6278. That is a 7% decrease. So this is another big reprint in Modern. You see this in 4-color Living End, Crashing Footfalls, and much more there. Legacy, this is in Izzet Delver, Jeskai Control, and more in that format. Vintage, you see this in 4-color Tinker, Doomsday, and more there too. And sure, it's in a lot of Commander builds too, like Urza Lord High Artificer, for example, and it is seeing more play now in some Elminster decks too. And our number 1 cold card is Mana Drain. The Iconic Masters copy is down 294 to 49.93. That is a 6% decrease. The Commander Legends copy is down $342 to $43. That is a 7% decrease. And the original Legends copy is down $1631 to $281.89. That is a 5% decrease. I thought the Legends copy would hold its value a little better than this, considering collectors are always interested in getting that card in high grade. But for the second week in a row, you can see the reprint is taking the card value down. This is a highly played Commander counterspell. It's in many builds, including the Ur-Dragon. And you see this in new builds too, again like Miram Sentinel Worm, Tasha the Witch Queen, and Elminster. Plus, I have seen some add this to the Mind Flayers Commander deck, or played in fresh builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Captain Nagathrod. Alright, if you're here for the top 10 hot cards of the week, well, the pre-show's over. Time to get into what we normally do on Wednesday. We look at 2 different pieces of criteria when we select our top 10 hot cards every week. The first one is a percentage increase in the value of the cards. And secondly, we want to see a true increase in the number of sales out there as well. So without any further ado, let's see what number 10 is. Mind Grind. It's up $1.07 to $6.93. That is an 18% increase. So this is a great upgrade to Mind Flayers as well. And it's in new Commander builds around cards from there, like Captain Nagathrod and Zealot Sanity Flare, along with a background from the Commander Legends main set, Scion of Halaster. Plus, it is in some Commander builds around another new card from the main set, Tasha the Witch Queen. Number 9 is Sylvan Caryatid. This is up $1.30 to $10.97. That is a 13% increase. This one is moving mostly because of Pioneer. With the banning of Winnow to join her forces and expressive iteration in that format, we are seeing some changes to the meta. One of the decks performing even better now is the Mono Green Ramp deck, and this card's in there. There's also a newer deck, though, that went 5-0 in a Pioneer League on MTGO this week, and that deck was running 4 of these. It was a 4-color Gyruda deck. On top of that, there were 4 copies of this in a Pioneer Fleetfoot Soulflayer build that was featured on MTG Goldfish this week, although in the video it only went 3 and 3. Plus, this is found in Nibtolite and Gruul, as well as Selesnya Ramp and Pioneer. Additionally, this gets a good amount of Commander play in various builds, including Arcades the Strategist, and it's in new decks too, like you guessed it, Miram Sentinel Worm. Number 8 is our first Sarkhan of the day, Sarkhan Fireblood. This is up $1.37 to $13.17. That is a 12% increase. So this is moving because of the Dragon support coming out of Commander Legends, of course. It is a solid Commander card for a variety of Dragon decks, including the Ur-Dragon and Tiamat, for example. You also see this in Commander builds around new cards as well. Yup, Miram Sentinel Worm and Ganix Astral Hunter, along with the background Acolyte of Bahamut. Plus, it is a good upgrade to the Draconic Descent commander deck, and good and fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there for a Crag Cunning Instigator. Number 7 is Desecration Elemental. This is up $1.45 to $3.97. That is a 58% increase. This is an older card that's yet to be reprinted, a little bit harder to find in good condition. It is seeing increased commander play around a new card from Commander Legends, which is why it's moving the way it's moving. That card is John Irenicus Shattered One. Number 6, Mausoleum Wanderer. This is up $1.70 to $8.85. That is a 24% increase. Here's another card moving due to the increased Pioneer play it is getting in that new meta. This is in the popular Mono Blue Spirits deck there. It's also in Bant as well as Azorius Spirits 2. In fact, Jim Davis featured the Azorius version of the deck on his YouTube channel this week. That could have brought a little attention to it, perhaps. In Modern, you see this in Azorius Spirits as well. And this does get some commander play too, in Millicent Restless Revenant, for example. Number 5 is our second Sarkhan of the day. This is Sarkhan Unbroken, up $1.94 to $18.59. That is a 12% increase. By now, you know why this is moving up. Of course, it is because of that new dragon support we mentioned earlier. This is in commander builds like the Ur-Dragon and Tiamat, as well as Miram Sentinel Worm again. Number 4 is Cavalier of Thorns, up $4.09 to $22.74. That is a 22% increase. This is another card found in that Pioneer Mono Green Ramp deck, which is why it's moving the way it is this week. It's also in the Gruul as well as Selesnya ramp builds there too, and it gets a little commander play as well in a few different builds. Number 3 is Unlicensed Hearse. This is up $4.10 this week to $11.95. That is a 52% increase. This card has been hot since it is a good sideboard option to deal with graveyard strategies, but still gives you board presence. In Standard, you see this in Jund Midrange, Golgari Control, and more. Pioneer is pushing this the most right now, though. Some players are building new decks because of the meta change. You'll see this in Rakdos Midrange, Mono Blue Spirits, and much more there. Modern, it's in Murktide Regent, Grixis Death Shadow, and much more in that format. Vintage, you see this in aggro shops, and many times it's in the main deck as well as the sideboard there. This also gets some commander play in various decks, including Shorikai Genesis Engine. Number 2, Razor Claw Bearer, up $4.42 this week to $55.95. That's a 9% increase. And this is another older card that's yet to be reprinted, thus making it a hard bear to find in high grade online. This is used in a Eula Queen Among Bears commander builds, and there is more interest in those decks now because of the Bearscape reprint that is coming in the Pride Across the Multiverse Secret Lair. On top of that, we did get Wilson Refined Grizzly in Commander Legends, and I have seen some cases of people using this in builds around that card, along with a background like Master Chef or Haunted One that's found in Mind Flayers. And number 1 is Hybis of the Scale. This is up $5.40 this week to $8.98. That is a 151% increase if you're doing the math at home. This doesn't see much play to speak of. It looks like a reserveless speculative buyout. Sure, there are a lot of commander decks running dragons now, and maybe you might want one as a way to protect yourself in a certain play group. But in reality, I think this is a buyout based on the possibility of some players wanting this. I haven't really seen it on any commander deck lists. Alright, that's going to do it for our top 10 hot and top 10 cold cards of the week. When it comes to the cold cards, I won't do that every week, only when it makes sense to. I'll keep a close eye on what the prices of these cards being reprinted by Double Masters 2022 do over the next few weeks. Next week, maybe the changes won't be that dramatic, but perhaps if they start dipping again when the product comes out, I might add it back in. We'll just kind of see. Until next time, though, hey, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.